because this is what the world believes in. You just believe God's time is gone for you, or your time is over. Who told you your time is over? Are you the custodian of your time? We are just using clock as human beings to time ourselves, so we don't have to walk around the clock. Do you understand me? So don't bring this clock into God's world. Okay, glorious families, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I don't know what your time says wherever you are, but I have something to quickly chip in. I want us to pay attention to this message. I saw something very interesting and I would love to share. It says, if one day we all are allowed to put our problems on a table and exchange them, I'm sure that after a few minutes, everyone would silently take back their own and leave the table. There is no such thing like a perfect life. Nobody has it all together. Just as our faces are different, so are our problems. Never be envious of what someone else has. You don't know the price they paid to get it, and the price they are paying to keep it. You don't own half of the problems in this world. While you are discreetly wishing to be like the other person, someone else is seriously praying for that life that you take for granted. Sometimes the people you envy are actually wishing they could have the life you live. Be contented and cherish what you have. You can be anything you want. Just don't be ungrateful. You know, when I read this, I remember something. There was a time I saw someone praying so fervently, and you know, within myself, I'm like, oh, I wish this was my husband, or this was a relative, or this was a brother. You know, I was just wishing to be like a closest person to this person. And then I was also in my spirit, I was like hugging with my spirit, like, oh, I love when someone is very prayerful and sincere. You know, this person happens to appear to me like such a righteous person. You know, you cannot know who is righteous, but with the little period I spent with this person, he appears to be like this faithful servant of God. He wasn't a pastor, but he appears to be such kind of faithful servant of God. And I love when a man is God-fearing, and you know, and he's a prayerful person, sincere, you know. So when I admire this person, and then this person later, you know, I later find out that this person was was it the family, one of his immediate family member is battling with one of the lifetime ailments. Oh my goodness. Okay, tell me, does it mean he doesn't pray well? No. Does it mean God just decided not to listen to a righteous one? No. That's not it. No, that's not it. What it is that, you know, it simply means everyone has one or two things, like a bot, you know, that we all are fighting. Like, everybody has his own battle, you know, but God is not going to give you what is beyond you. Actually, it is not God that is giving battle. Don't misquote me, but what I'm saying is, don't misunderstand me, but what I'm saying is, whatever you're going through in life, it's not the end of the world. If you think you have the worst problem, check out other people's stories. If you're able, then somehow you're going to be grateful. Somehow you're going to be thankful, because you actually do not carry the whole problems in the world. You know, it is not what you think. Everybody has something he or she is fighting with. Okay, Let's take for instance General Overseer of Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry, MFM, in Nigeria. That used to be my church when I was back home. That was my church in Nigeria. If you know the story of Daddy Gio, do you know I've been in this church since 1998, and as at when he celebrated the birth of his son, and I don't think he has any other child apart from that child. His name is Elijah. So Brother Elijah, a shout out to you. If you're watching, or anyone who knows you is watching this video, shout out to you. I'm still a member of MFM, trust me. But what I'm saying is, when the day they announced his birth, I was shocked. You know why I was shocked? I was still a young member, one. I never believed that the Olukoya was struggling with, should I say, barrenness? No, struggling with delay, because I don't think there's anyone barren. God has not made you barren. If you're watching this video and you're still waiting on the Lord, you're not barren. You can't bring science into the things of God. What I mean, I'm not disputing science. I'm saying when you're expecting a miracle, you don't bring science in, because whatever that concerns God, when your womb is not there, God can, you can still have your child, because I've heard a story of someone who has no womb and still give birth. So when we talk about miracle, even doctors, they know there is something called miracle. So what I'm saying is, as at that time, when I read this story, I was like, thinking backward to what happened then, does it mean that the Olukoya, who happens to be a deliverance pastor of his kind, if you know him or you know that church, does it mean he wasn't praying enough? No. Does it mean I don't know. I'm not saying he's the most righteous. He's righteous in his own way, and between him and God knows best. But what I'm saying is, this is somebody who is praying for others. If you get what I'm trying to say, he prays for others. I'm sure there were testimonies about people, who were also looking unto God, and that have been, that got their children. And so what happened? But I just realized that everyone's time is not the same. God's time is the best, has a whole lot of meaning that you don't know. God's time is the best means that you're in this world. We are using clock. It is not because we were there when God made this world. We are just using clock as human beings to time ourselves, so we don't have to walk around the clock. Do you understand me? So don't bring this clock into God's work. When you're expecting something, or you turn 30, you turn 40, and you say you can no longer get married, you have written yourself off because this is what the world believes in, or you have not had your own children 4, 5 years, 10 years, and because this is what the world believes in, you just believe God's time is gone for you, or your time is over. Who told you your time is over? Are you the custodian of your time? Are you the one in charge of the time? Are you the one controlling the time? Do you know the wall clock or the wall time or whatever it's called is not the same thing as God's? God's time is a different timing. You don't compare God's timing with yours. It is never gonna. There is no connection at all. It doesn't connect. It doesn't work together. God's time is different from ours, and you have to take it or leave it. Nothing you're doing that is out of you or out of time, as long as you're with God. And I quote, if you're with God, as long as you are with God, if you're a child of God, you're serving your God, you know the God you serve, just get busy and stay with him. excuse me, stop judging yourself based on the world time, world clock. You know, don't judge by that. Even when God told Anna that Anna was going to have a child, Anna laughed. Like the angel said she was laughing. She said no, she didn't laugh. Because she was looking like, excuse me, how do I get pregnant at this age? No, that is scientifically. But when you talk about God's timing, you have to remove science. You have to remove ordinary. You have to remove, that is how it should be. No, that's not the same way with God's work. That's not how God works. So anyway, I'm just trying to, based on what is here, I'm just trying to analyze. Don't see yourself like the world has ended. Don't see yourself like whatever. Please. You don't have the biggest problem in the world. Whatever situation you are, be grateful, be thankful, keep believing, keep trusting, put your hope in God, no matter what. If you think prayer is not working faster as you wish, then go into worship and keep believing. Don't stop believing. Don't stop trusting. God bless you. Thank you. I just felt like sharing this, and I feel like telling you that God's time is different from ours. Stop comparing the world timing or your age. Oh, I'm supposed to have gotten married. I'm already 40. I can no longer see husband. That's not true. That's not true. That is not true. Whatever you think you have been delayed about, delay is not denial. You will get there. Keep moving. Do not stop. God bless you for listening. Catch you up next time. Shalom.
We had a glorious generation, family.